SheBuilds is back with yet another session on identifying open source project for contribution. This is our third out of total 7 sessions. Today we have Yashika Jotwani as a speaker. She is a software developer intern and HackerRank, and she is also an active open source developer, being part of Google Summer of Code 2023 with OpenWebs. She has done various open source programs like MLH Fellowship with Solana Labs, and she has also been part of GitHub India Extension program. She will be helping you find a suitable project for making your first PR this Hacktoberfest. Over to you, Ashika.
Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well, and I'm glad to conduct this talk for all of you guys to help identifying projects for contribution. So, as Prathamesh gave my introduction of what I do, what I work on, and what are my past experiences. So yeah, basically it's all over that I was an active open source contribution, and I try to contribute now also. And I have taken part in many hackathons, and exploring new tools and technologies is all what we love. Um, and apart from that, getting into directly into what do we mean by open source projects? So, open source projects itself speaks for itself. Like we have projects which are free and open to contribute to. What do you mean by contribution? Contribution is basically making a line of code change or making documentation changes to any software so that it can uh, like to basically impact create an impact on that project and learn. So what the distinguishing feature of an open source project is that its source code is freely available and it is made public so that anybody can explore that particular code, either it is present on GitHub or any other platform. And mostly the open source projects are present on GitHub for developers or others to look into and contribute. So it's a playground where developers from every corner from the globe gather to play, create, and collaborate. That's what an open source project is. And you can view that project, you can modify, you can contribute in many other, like in every other way. You can add documentation and just like anything. So first of all, what can be the benefits of contributing to open source projects? Many people, before we dive into like identifying what are the projects in which we can contribute, first we should look into the benefits of that. Um, from speaking of personal experience, contributing to open source projects can really change your like entire learning experience, your profile in general. I did start contributing to first I did start contributing to small open source project, and then we moved to looking into GSOC organizations which take part and actually make students learn new things about their projects and help them start to contribute. So talking about benefits, it is like you get to basically when we start learning a skill, we just learn a skill. We build personal projects to just enhance our um basic like skills. But here you actually work on projects which are under development, which have maintainers and other contributors who contribute to making the project impactful and workable. So you also get visibility and recognition. Like you talk to mentors, you talk to other contributors from the whole part of the world, and you get to know them. You get to know how they contribute, and like many things you can learn from others too. Your portfolio is enhanced, like making a project and things can be like too common, but making a contribution is another level. Like you can show these merged PRs on your resume, and which can actually impact. I have seen many people, like, they are not just building their personal projects but actually collaborating. It can be like, when you're learning, you can make a group project and also add that to your resume, but actually contributing to GitHub repositories which are popular and which are creating an impact is what now other recruiters are looking for. You understand, real world projects, like building your own projects won't give you that much of a better experience, but yeah, but contributing to these open source actively popular projects can give community and networking. So it's like, yeah, it would, there are a lot of networking opportunities there. Okay, so now we have talked about the benefits. Let's get into like what are the basic steps to just identify your uh, the open source project to contribute to. The first is research and exploration. From my experience, this is the most crucial step because if you will start into, if you will not make a correct start of researching and exploring and looking into the projects of your interests and skills. So, and also the projects which are aligned with your interest, what impact they create, like that matters a lot. So because you have to contribute for a longer period of time. It's not just like I'll start contributing, then I'll stop and I'll look into another project, because going to a particular project and looking into its code is not an easy 1 2 or 2 weeks journey. You have to, like, it takes months to understand, to set up that project locally. So it's a big like, it's a long journey. So the first step is very crucial to research and explore about the project that you are really going to contribute to for a longer period of time. The second goal would be basically when okay, we'll understand these in deep. Like, okay, so first is research and exploration. The basic objective is to understand the open source projects and identify potential areas of interest for contribution. If you will identify what interest like what which project interests you the most based upon your skills, then you will be like, definitely you will be able to contribute for a longer time. So the first step is to research popular open source projects, platforms and repositories. The basic step is this only. um as we can see, there are many like, there is, I hope everyone used Excalidraw. Excalidraw is like now the most go-to tool for making the ideas, like making all project workflows, right? So it is also free and open source. You can look into the code, you can see how the white canvas is built. So it's pretty interesting, like going through the things and seeing. Secondly, explore projects based on programming languages, frameworks, or technologies that you are interested in. If you are interested in machine learning, you can look into machine learning projects, like machine learning organizations. There are various fields you can look into. It's just an example of GSOC organizations, but there are other organizations which are creating amazing impact. There are new AI based or open source organizations also. So there are like various fields you can look into. Just identify what interests you the most, and you can get easily get started. Then if also, like, it's not like, you can also evaluate a particular organization or based on various things. Like, okay, you are interested in that particular technology and the product, what impact the product or the software is creating. Secondly, you can look into the community size, activity level, and the alignment with your skills and interests. Like, is the community active? Is the Are the mentors present and actively showing interest to the newcomers, to the open PRs? Are they like, is the community active? So you need to see that, because if you choose a particular organization where people are not active that much, so it will like it can kill your interests also. So just just choose an organization which has a good number of size of contributors contributing and maintainers. And also you can use relevant keywords. You can just Google every and each and everything that you are in doubt. Like you can, if you are interested in web dev technologies, just Google web dev open source projects, and there would be like a list of the projects which are interesting to contribute to. So yeah, what I was saying, like these are the different because like from personal experience, I do started contributing to OpenWest during Hacktoberfest, and then eventually like OpenWest took part in Google Summer of Code, and as I was a long time contributor, and the things that were they doing was interested I was interested in that, so that's why I got selected for GSOC. So anything can lead to your contributions can lead you to anywhere. Yeah, so basically you can visit a Google GSOC organizations, just Google search GSOC 2023 organizations, and based on these uh, search you will be able to get those. Then the second comes to community engagement and assessment. What the objective is: engage with the open source community, access project suitability, and establish connections with maintainers and contributors. It's not like just choosing a particular open source organization and just picking up the project and looking for open source open issues. It's not like that. You should join the particular community organization. You can join the organization, then just join their mailing list or their Slack channels. Like you can see here, it is just an example organization Waitel, and they have like every organization has their mailing list and Twitter and blog mentioned. So you can go through that and join the channel. Join their channel, explore what channel, what, because every channel has their different category. One can say it's for front end, other channels. So like in Slack we have different channels. You can join those channels. You can um go through the go through what they're talking about, so that it can give you a like uh, it can give you a reference like what is happening in the organization. So the second step would be most probably to get into the organization. The first thing we have discussed is just make a list. If you will go through the GSOC organization, so if there are 30 organizations that you are interested to contribute to, just make a list. Then just filter down them to 10. Like, okay, based upon your interest, and you will be able to contribute to long time. For from that 10 organizations, also like filter some of that in which you strongly believe that you can contribute, and then you can join their Slack channels. You can introduce yourself, Slack channels or any channel which they have for discussions. So just join their forums, mailing list, or chat channels related to the organization. Then participate in discussions. Ask, first of all, introduce yourself. Like, what are you doing there? Why are you there? Or like, what do you do? What past experiences do you have? Why you are interested in that particular organization? Because that actually catches the like your profile to other people, maybe maintainers, maybe other contributors who are looking like who have the same goal as you. Like if you are looking to participate in Google Summer of Code, and if other contributors see that okay, this is a new contributor and having the same interest, you will mention your GitHub profile there. They will reach out to you. You will reach out to them. So like when I was contributing, I had other contributors too with me. So we just helped each other. We helped other people who were also actively contributing, and eventually we like our goal was like to contribute better and help each other, and that was fulfilled. So try to build that strong relationship with those who have the similar goal. So participate in discussions and Also, you can go through the project. If it's a web dev project, you can just go through, you can point out, okay, these things can be changed, you can give ideas, and it can be also there, like your idea can get selected to Google's Miracle one of the idea list. So anything can happen. Just uh, speak and try to be active as much as possible. You can reach out to project mentors and the contributors if you don't know, if you're not understanding anything that's inside the project, and like how about anything about the project, you can just reach out to contributors, mentors. But it's recommended that you should talk everything end to end in the public channels only, because directly DMing is actually preferred. So yeah, try to speak openly in public channels is what I'll say. Then you can that way you can also, yeah, this is the important step. That way you can evaluate how responsiveness and the friendliness is in the community, because the culture and the like environment really would help a lot in seeing like what how is better the organization, and how much like it would be helpful for you to contribute for a longer period. So it's important, very important. Yeah, so what that's what I said, like there are forum and community channels, you can join them easily um by going through there. It's always mentioned, or also they have the mailing list, you can directly mail. If they don't have, like there are organizations which do not have channels, like mostly they have, but maybe so you can start. Like one of my friend just mailed the one of the maintainer of a particular organization, and then they started and also he was the one who gave the idea of a particular thing. So just go all out, like mail people, or tell everything about yourself, why you're interested, because letting others know would actually help you, like other people would know, okay, you're working on this, and they can direct you very well. So yeah. Okay, so the third and the final step after selecting a particular organization, like a bunch of organizations, joining their Slack channels, communicating with people, you will eventually lead to at least two to three of the organizations, which you will see, okay, now the things are getting better, and you are able to find those organizations which are active, and you're finding interest to contribute to. Then comes the project selection and the contribution planning actually. So don't think just about because I have seen people joining organizations, contributing to good first issues, and then just not contributing to other issues, or not showing that much interests on the mid-level, or the actually feature requests, or that issues. So think of a longer term, right? Like think like if you are able to solve a good first issue, it's not that you will always be solving good first issues, right? So just see if you can solve mid-level issues. After that, if you are, because it's not that much I think that not anyone would help you. If you will be able to solve good first issues, then you can reach out to maintainers to explain a issue which is of a greater difficulty, and they will eventually help you. But you are the one who has to be confident to solve. And because it's in open source, it's not just like that people will actually come into a meet to explain about a particular concept. It's not like that. You have to familiarize yourself with the project very well. And it's like you need to show that, okay, you are eventually learning, contributing. um if I'll give you example, like there are many open source organizations which hire people also. So if you it's like I'm not talking about like talking about Google Summer of Code is another thing. Like if you'll solve mid-level issues, then maintainers would see, or the mentors of the projects would see, okay, this person is growing, and first they were solving good first issues, then they jumped into mid-level issues, mid difficulty level issues. So that would be very helpful to let maintainers and mentors know that you are actually looking forward to create an impact, and you can be a good candidate or a contributor for Google Summer of Code. But apart from that, you can also like show this growing or growth graph for to get hired basically, because they hire people. Many open source projects have their enterprise level where they actually make money from. So you can get hired into that when you will show your full interest, and just if you will keep your keep your solving issues, like keep your level updated every time while solving issues. So yeah, that's that. Also, like, don't just limit yourself with the time if it requires to solve, because it's like that. When you start solving good first issues, it can mainly take you 1 day to 2 day and max to a week, maybe, or maybe 15 days. But when you are solving like a good level or a mid-level issue, then it can take you a month time too. So just keep them updated. Okay, I am solving, like actively speaking about the issue that you are solving, what updates you made on that day. Just keep them updated, so that they will know, like, okay, this person is actively contributing every day and making updates. It's not like that. And if you are blocked, actively reach out to them. And what I personally suggest is Google most of the thing, and you will easily find, because in Stack Overflow, or also you can ask Chat GPT about the stuff. So yeah, make your specific contribution goals. Allocate time. Okay, for this month I will focus on these two big difficulty level issues. I'll try to complete them. So eventually that would help a lot in your um, journey for contributing to open source projects. You can also discuss your intentions with the project community maintainers. So to ensure, also there are many people who are just like they pick an issue, they uh, because many a times is that in like open source projects, the issue is not well defined. It is many a times, but it's also not many a times. So just get that thing clarified. Okay, this particular issue says this, and what is your logic? How will you be solving that particular issue? Let the maintainers know, because sometimes it happens like you solve that particular issue, you make a PR, then the PR is not well aligned with the bug or with the feature or any request that is mentioned in the issue. So discuss that thing with your mentors, and that would really help them also, because if you will like if you imagine yourself on their side, you will get a very good understanding what they are expecting. Just keep your like be in their that side also, like what how you should work with that issue and stuff. So yeah, these are the this is the basic three step. Um it's not very difficult to identify your open source project to contribute to. It's very easy. Just research and explore. This is the main step where people fail, and this is the main step which takes most of the time, because these are the secondary steps, which second goal and the third goal are the secondary steps which you would eventually do. But this is the first goal is the most crucial goal, to find a organization. I personally made a list of various organizations, as I was interested in Django and Python. So I made a list of organizations which use Django and Python. Also, I looked into other projects which were using different technologies, which I thought I'll learn later, and I'll because the project's goal was interesting to me. So I just also wrote down that particular thing. So this is how you can. Nobody will help you mm, and like nobody can help you to find your perfect open source project to contribute. You only have to make these all efforts. Ask, reach out to people if they are already contributing to that particular project. Ask them what are the future goals of the project, so that you can get to know about that in the earlier stage. So yeah. After like the second goal is very similar, just communicate. Don't just jump directly into issues. Just try to communicate in the community. Try to like introduce yourself. Like try to communicate to other contributors who were past, um, like in GSOC organizations who were past GSOC contributors, and ask them like how was their experience. Were the mentors supportive during the GSOC period? Were they helpful? How was the maintainer like of a particular project like helping you out, and how were the sessions, because there are weekly update sessions. So how everything goes, because it can be because things can be different actually during the contribution phase and after you get selected. Okay, so just clarify each and everything, because things can get tough. Like I have seen many people who are like first their contribution goes like very smooth, and like after they selected in GSOC, they are just like working very hard, and so like and the mentors are not that much supportive. So just clarify each and everything before actually making your decision to contribute to a organization. And the third goal is pretty simple. You just need to find good issues and keep your growth increasing. Like keep your try solving new issues with a bit level increased difficulty. So yeah, I guess that's it. Um, yeah, I have covered most of the things. So now you can ask questions.
So yeah, that was yet another amazing session. Thank you very much, Yashika Didi, for excellent session on identifying open source project for contribution. I hope all the people watching this learn something new and amazing. And please don't hesitate to share your thoughts and insight on social media. Just make sure to tag SheBuilds handle, and we will be happy to share your learnings on our handle. If you have any doubt, please feel free to contact Yashika Di or us on the social media links given below. See you all tomorrow in the next session. Happy hacking!